Okay, we're back at the whiteboard today to talk about a really important question I've been getting, especially from coaches lately. They've been saying, okay, we've got this new jumper, he just came on. How do we find his initial approach? And that's a very common question. It's a good question. What we're going to talk about is a common method that's used and how it's actually a really good method, but a mistake that's made with that method over and over again. There are a lot of ways to find your initial approach. First of all, you can use, there's software that does it. I haven't really found a piece of software that does it well. It kind of is too strict in its little formula. I mean, there's so many different little unique parts of a jumper style that have to come into play that are just natural. It's just intuition that software can't take into account. So in the end, I think it's best to just use a simple method like we're going to talk about and then tweak from there. So the common method you probably see is that your coach will tell you to, here's the top of your head, stand about an arm's length away from the bar and then run a curve. And maybe at the end of the curve, you'll drop like or at the end of your run, you'll drop like a sock or something so you know where you finished up your curve. And that's a great way to do it, and that's actually the way I'm going to recommend, except for there's a problem here, and I hope you can see it right off the bat. The problem is, when you come in and you're ready to take off on your actual jump, you are not going to be coming in parallel to the bar. You're going to be coming in at an angle, or you should be coming in at an angle. Like we've talked about, you should be coming in at an angle about like this, maybe. Maybe that's a little too steep, maybe like that. 15 or 20 degrees away from the bar. So here's parallel to the bar. This angle right here, my pen seems to be dying. That angle right there should be about 15, maybe 20 degrees. That's not precise. You don't have to get out there and measure it with a compass or something, but you can just kind of have that idea of about 15 to 20 degrees. So what you want to do is do the same thing, stand an arm's length away from the bar, but instead of running directly out, before you start running, turn to your right about 15 or 20 degrees and then run your curve. And what you're going to find is that your curve will be probably a little bit more narrow because you're starting on a curve like that, and you'll end up maybe dropping your sock about here. So that's just a simple way to do it, is to turn, run your curve, and then drop something. From there, it's all about tweaking. And the first thing you want to do is find the right lean at the bar, the right lean away from the bar. We've talked about that. Go back to those videos and watch those to figure that out. But as you start playing with this curve, as you start making jumps, the first thing you want to tweak is this, is the radius of your curve. Actually, right along with that, I shouldn't say the first. I kind of limited it in that way. Right along with that, you want to be playing with the speed. And like I said, the straightaway is for speed. And so, right off the bat, start playing with this distance right here. The longer this is, the more you can accelerate and the more speed you can get. And then start playing with, let's see if I can draw a radius image here. Start playing with the radius of your curve. So play with this distance to get more speed and this radius to get more lean at the bar. But really, it is as basic as that. Stand an arm's length away from the bar, turn to the right about 15 or 20 degrees. That's really the important part. You're going to see people over and over stand parallel and run out. The thing is, you don't want to come into the bar parallel. You want to come in at that angle. So start exactly how you want to finish. Run that curve, drop something. From there, tweak the distance before your curve, tweak the radius of your curve. Like I said, you want to apply all those principles we talked about of lean, speed, all that stuff. If you do those things, before long, you'll have a really great approach that'll really fit your jumping style. It won't be limited by limitations of software. You'll have an approach that fits you, fits your jumping style, fits your strength.